Hello and welcome to Wednesday Night Sprints, the last sprints that will be on my channel for a couple of weeks. Because I'm gonna
go away.
Yeah. So anyway, well, I'll still be here on Sunday, but I was like, I'm gonna be too busy. I'm not sprinting.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. No. So welcome to Wednesday Night Sprints. Also, as of this, yesterday was Schmidt's last Tuesday night class.
Oh.
So when I get back, I can come on your sprints.
Yay! That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Anyways, I am reading Bride by Ali Hazelwood today. It's a time. The vlog will come out next Saturday.
I cannot wait to watch that. That's going to be great.
Well, I'm reading Iris Kelly, Cleat Cute, and Bride.
Oh.
Spoiler!
Is that the one you're ending with? Yeah, it's the one you're ending with. Yeah, because you've already read the other two.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But I am gonna, for the 14 people that are here, I'm gonna space it out so that my this book is going in the middle.
That's fair.
So I don't end on them very bad.
You don't end that way? Yeah.
I'm sorry. She said I don't know which is which between a ladle and a spatula.
I need to read this book. I swear.
I think you should just put down whatever you're reading and read this one. And
if it wasn't the fact that it was my 200th book.
No, but you don't have to finish. You can finish the other one.
But I haven't even started the other one.
So just get to 80% and put it down.
That's true. I could do that. Okay.
That way we can have fun together.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
I was going to ask you what you're reading, but I think I just talked you into it.
Yeah, I'm changing it in my thingy right now.
That way your 200th book doesn't have to be this.
I mean, could you imagine if this is my 200th book vlog, just Bride?
Actually, it might be funny. To be like, it's an anticipated release. You have all these high expectations for it. And then you're like, ladle and a spatula.
Standing with ladles. I'll get props.
Oh, I'm going to.
Oh, dear.
One is soup. One is flat. One is soup. One is cookies.
Very, very different. They're very different. Okay, I'll read Bride.
Also, he invented the jawbone or the jawline.
Yeah, that's
this man's claim to fame.
I mean, they all have
Love's hypothesis. He could put her whole boob in his mouth. Like this one, he invented the jawline.
I mean, they have to have some distinguishing feature that makes them the best epitome of all large men ever.
My question is Ali Hazelwood single? And if she is, she has very high expectations of men.
No. Good luck. I wish you all the best.
Hello, good evening. We're 3 minutes in and we're already into chaos. It's fine.
Here we are.
This is what happens when we get on sprints together.
It really is.
Yeah. I was gonna say something and then realized it doesn't happen yet, and then I was like, never mind. I was gonna say something about Saturday.
Saturday. I don't even know what oh, yes. Yeah. Okay.
The thing that anyways, as a hint, you should really check out something on Saturday. I will link it when it happens on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be all over. It'll be really fun, and
then we can talk about it.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Because I've almost hinted at it like so many times in videos.
It's like sprints is it's a minefield sometimes when you're trying not to say something.
Well, I did my fall reset video will come out tomorrow, and it talks about content for the end of the year. Yeah. And I was like, had to cut that out.
You're like, oh no, can't talk about that.
Because it was supposed to go out Saturday, and then I had to move it up because this vlog didn't get done fast.
Fair. Vlogs are always moving about in my schedule. I'm like, no, that's not going to get done by that date.
The only thing, like, that I'm just weird about is that I don't like having 2 vlogs happen in a row.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah. I try to have one a week. So then I usually have one sit down a week.
Yeah. Well, I do 3 videos a week, so it ends up kind of like
Right.
messing things up. So then I intersperse it with like anticipated releases or like a recommendations video or a haul or an unhaul or, you know, something that's like easy to film.
And edit.
And edit. Yeah. Although I am very proud of the way that my wrap up turned out. It's full of Loki energy,
which we love.
But it's not doing well.
Oh no!
It's
honestly, my wrap up didn't do well either. Maybe it's just wrap ups this month.
That I think might be it.
Yeah.
But like I instead of doing like, because I forgot to do a vlog clip or a vlog style wrap up, I downloaded a bunch of Loki clips, and then anytime the quote made sense, I'd like put it in the.
Oh, I love that.
Like, cut to it. It's full of Loki energy.
That's fantastic.
I downloaded this video of like 20 minutes of Loki being Loki. And I was like, great.
This is exactly what I need.
So anyway, you should all go check it out in this first sprint because it's fun. I spent way too long editing it, but I kind of like if the style. People like the style, which like the people that have watched it seem to like it. Like the comments make it seem that way. I might pick a different show and do it every month. Ooh. So like next month I might like do New Girl quotes.
I love that. And the more you do it, the more people will know that that's coming.
Yeah, like if I like the concept of a vlog style wrap up, and they're a whole lot easier to edit, but I don't think they do as well.
Yeah.
Because you can ramble a lot. And so then people like won't stay on it the entire video.
Mm-hmm. I made sure that I did not talk about any book for more than 2 minutes.
That's a good idea.
I was like, no, if I did, I cut it down so much.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, if I'm doing like a month-long project, a vlog makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
If it's just a normal month, then it doesn't.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's my thoughts of an evening. Listening to Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware. I hope you are liking it. That was a disappointing book for me.
I haven't read that one.
Most people really loved it. I think that's why it was disappointing for me, is because I had such high like Books and Lala gave it 5 stars, and she doesn't give thrillers 5 stars,
right?
And I was like, oh. And reading Wretched, I still need to read that one. Waiting for the mac and cheese to be done. Nice. Hello. Working on notes for my class that's tomorrow after work, because logically I haven't done anything yet.
That's fair.
Procrastination at its finest. Reading The Man Who Died Twice.
I was also reading The Thursday Murder Club until I've changed my mind. So it's fine. I'll finish it.
I have that effect on people.
Like literally, I'm so close to finish.
Oh, you're so close. Maybe you can finish it and then do.
No, that's okay. I'll do Bride. I can finish it after sprints because we're not like super late. So
there you go. Yeah. No, we're gonna be going for about 3 hours tonight, which is like 3 sprints probably. Yeah. Hello. Reading The Year of the Witching. I need to read that one. Will I this month? No, even though it makes sense for spooky season. Listen, it didn't make the 28 book TBR.
I didn't count all my books. I didn't count them. I didn't want to know. I just stacked
Not only did I count them,
I
counted the pages.
Oh, why did you do that?
10,071 pages.
Oh no.
But listen, did you see my organizational calendar?
This is true.
I posted it on Twitter. Like I have it like down to the day. The only problem is that I haven't finished this one yet, and I was supposed to finish it today, and I still have 3 hours left of it. So we'll be a little bit behind, but it's fine.
We'll catch up.
It's fine. Yeah. Hello. Still trying to get through The Adventures of Amina Al-Sarafi. I'm enjoying it, but I haven't had much time to read this week. I liked this one. It wasn't like as good as City of Brass, but I think I gave it 3.5 stars.
Yeah, I gave it 3.
We'll definitely read.
I liked the beginning of it, and I found the end not as strong as the beginning.
Correct.
Yeah.
That is, yeah. It was like the end was an acid trip.
Well, it was like we took the whole book to gather all the people together and then went, never mind.
step on the brakes. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It was, I don't remember the second half of that book, honestly.
No.
Because I read that whole thing in one day.
Wow.
Yeah. It was for late night cruise sprints.
Oh, yes. They did that as a book club book, didn't they?
Yeah. So I read it like in 8 or 9 hours. That's a lot.
As we do.
So that's probably why I don't remember it.
That's
right. Hello. Reading Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky. That is a chonker. Good luck.
Ooh.
But you're like halfway through, so that's good. I need to get most of the book done because I have other books from the library. Yeah. I had to like hit return or like deliver later on a couple ones. I put a bunch of holds on because it was like, oh, there's a 4-week wait. And then it's like, oh, you can have it now. And I was like, well, I don't need it until the end of the month. So give it to me in a week.
Mm-hmm. I'm always like, especially when I need it for like a live show, like when we're reading on sprints together.
Yeah.
I'm like, I really need to time those books properly.
Well, that's like Lone Women was one of them, and that's the one that
Right.
Cal and I are going to read on sprints. And then a couple of the other ones that were like, oh, normally I'd be like, yeah, I'll just read it now, whatever.
Right.
Like, I can't deviate from this calendar. Like it makes it like I had to work it out so that like I'm not taking a bunch of physical books on my trip. Like I'm doing like our Kindle books. Like I'm doing all like that entire vlog is going to happen in Fiji.
I love that.
It's just like I'm just gonna do updates from the hotel room.
I love that so much.
Hello. Although I didn't think about this, what if I like completely read an entire book on the plane?
Well, at the end, you'll just be like, and I read this on the plane.
And I read this on the plane.
It's definitely possible because one of the ones that I'm doing for that is only like 60 some pages.
Oh, were one of us nice to you?
Yeah, you were. Thank you.
I just did it off of the covers.
Yeah, not so much with the 16-hour audiobook one that I have.
It's out.
I was like, am I stalled or you?
It was me.
I was like, I don't know if it's me.
It's me.
Okay.
It just went black for a second. I'm like,
That's
why? It just like completely turned off the internet for a second.
And I think I
idea.
just sat here like, is it me? Am I the problem?
No, it was me.
Great. Oh no.
That's frozen again. Are
I
you
was
back?
like, oh, yep, you're back.
This is gonna be a problem tonight, isn't it?
I mean, we love that.
Absolutely not. I think I am, but I also like haven't actually made my list yet, so probably not.
I've never done until the night before. I'm too much of a procrastinator with packing.
Unfortunately, I'm taking off. Like we actually don't leave until like our flight isn't until like 5 p.m. to go to LA, and then there's
Oh, nice. So you'll have like the whole day.
And I didn't know that when I took my vacation days. So like I took that whole day off.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, so I can pack then that morning.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to get my hair done on Saturday.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Love it.
Like my color needs it bad. Just finished a book, A Lesson in Vengeance. How did you like this one? Because that's
how I
exactly what I thought. Because
Yeah.
the first half of it is so atmospheric and moody.
Mhm.
And then the second half is like, just kidding.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did not care for the ending.
Same.
And what's really sad is that book is so gorgeous.
It's so pretty. And the beginning is really good.
Mm-hmm. It literally feels like 2 books.
Yes.
I'll be reading It Tastes Like Candy. Nice. I'm going to do my next Spookopoly roll. I really wanted to do Spookopoly this month. Really wanted to. But then I looked at my shelf and I'm like, there's no way.
I mean, I did it and then it was mean, so it's fine.
I mean, like I could and then like literally use the 28 books that are already going to happen on like in the month. But like, I don't know. Like do I need another TBR video?
Well, You're lucky. None of the books of the 28 will work for the proms.
Right, exactly.
And then you're like, oh no.
Exactly.
Especially with your lovely schedule. Like you don't have time for that.
Exactly. I'm like, listen, I've got stuff to do. Yes, the library struggle. You put books on hold pretty far apart. They all come in together. Yep. I do not put them on hold far apart. I utilize the deliver later.
Yeah, me too.
I have had a book that like I don't even know why I still am on the hold list, because it was for a video that I scrapped. But I have been like, I'm still kind of interested in the book, but it's just like hasn't worked with anything that I want to do. I think I've been hitting deliver later for like 6 months.
Oh, I do this all the time. I'm like, why don't I just cancel the hold? Like, clearly, I'm not going to read this year.
I'm not going to read this. Yeah. Hello. All right. Well, that's the end of the comments. So we're going to try to sprint tonight, and hopefully my internet doesn't crap the bed again.
Sounds good.
All right. Actually, I would like this one. Then we cover up the stupid ad. All right. Well, then I will see you in 45 minutes. Hello. I'm back. I read 3 chapters. I actually finished a chapter with 7 seconds left. I was like, oh, that never happened.
That's very nice.
I also filmed a vlog clip in which I used props.
I love that.
Specifically a spatula and a ladle.
I love it.
I was like, in case our main character needs to know, this is what you use for soup, and this is what you use for cookies.
Yeah. Yep. They're very different implements. Like other than that, they have handles.
A handle, yeah, exactly.
Right. I'd be like, what's the difference between a fork and a spoon? Like they're not the same at all.
At all. Actually, I would probably even venture to guess that it's even more different than a fork and a spoon, because those are both eating utensils, and you could use a spoon when you would normally use a fork, but you
True.
can't use a cookie sheet a spatula to get soup.
No, it has holes.
Exactly.
No, absolutely not.
Even if it doesn't, it's flat.
Right. Absolutely not. No.
Anyways, it's not getting any better. What chapter are you on?
I'm still on chapter 1. I only
The first chapter is stupidly long.
I'm still in chapter 1. Well, I read the prologue and I don't know how far I am in. I'm 7% into the book at this point. But without an audiobook, I had to stop and do other things at times. So that's fine. I'll get through it.
I was I'm reading with my eyeballs for the first time in a month.
I don't mind, but I have to stop and parent and do things. So that happens, which is fine. The prologue, I was like, this is not so bad. I liked the prologue. I was fine. I was like, I don't know. I'm enjoying myself. And then it took a turn. And I went, what happened to all the werewolf vampire-ness that I was having in the prologue? Where did they go? And why are we in an office? And why are we talking about a sticky stapler? And then I was very confused.
Yeah, she's a vampire in the human world, and you can see the little inklings of STEM in it, because she'll start talking about a mathematical equation. I'm like, oh, pick a lane. Stay in it.
I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna have to rate this in 2 ways. It's one of those ones where you rate on technical ability, but then also on enjoyment factor. So I don't, you have to look at it from 2 different perspectives, because
that's fair.
Because if you don't, then
that's why I my rating scale has 5 scores that you give out of 5, and then it's just average.
Yes, exactly. Because you have to with some books.
Because the writing style and the plot at this point is a 1.
I don't think I'm into the plot very much, because we've now gone back in time.
I'm 32%. Don't worry, you'll get very confused, because you never really know when you're not back in time.
Oh no. I didn't actually think we needed to go back in time, to be honest. I think we could have went right from the prologue into what happened after.
Yeah.
I think we could have just started right there.
Yeah.
And I went, what happened? Where do we go? I was very confused for a minute.
I'm going to be on the conspiracy theory train that this was actually her first book.
That's very possible.
Where do you guys fall on the spice smut in the romance genre debate? Saying as I host not only Rom-Comathon, but also hosted 72 Hours in the Smut Den.
And I'm hosting Smuttober this
You're
month.
hosting Smuttober. We're very pro smut. I will say that there's a time and a place for it.
There is.
Because there are some books where you're just like, can we have a story?
Right. Yeah, there's no plot. It's just that.
Specifically in fantasy romance, I feel like sometimes you need more of a plot.
Mm-hmm.
But also there are some books where you're just if you know going in, it's all spice. Like Katie Robert, right?
Right.
Court of the Vampire Queen. They start doing it on page 4.
Yeah, which is pretty typical for Katie Robert, to be honest. That's fine.
But I knew going into it, that's all this was. And it was a grand time.
Exactly. I think it just depends on what you're expecting in a book.
Yeah.
But there is still a lot of closed door books out there if you want that. Like The Bodyguard by Catherine Center is pretty much completely closed door. And there's,
So is the Abby Jimenez book.
Yeah. And a lot of Jasmine Guillory books are.
Yeah.
Basically
And the Little Mermaid one. Not the Little Mermaid one, the Cinderella one.
If the shoe fits.
Yes.
I'm assuming the Little Mermaid one is also. I have the arc of it, but I haven't read it yet. But since the other two are, I would assume.
Yeah. I only read the first one.
Oh, I haven't read the first one, but I've read the second one.
I really liked the first one. I didn't keep it because the book is taller than most romance books.
There.
It didn't fit on my romance shelf. But I'm not a huge fan of Jasmine Guillory, which is why I didn't pick up the second one.
Honestly, it was my favorite one because I didn't really like the wedding date and the proposal either, but I really did like buy the book.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah, I really did.
That's good to know.
But I love a Beauty and the Beast retelling, so like it could just be that was
Fair.
what
Have you read Bonded by Thorns yet?
No, but I really need to.
I saw it on Shay's video.
That's where I saw it.
And I was like, I need this.
Mine. I
think it was Neva's favorite book from. It was someone's favorite book on Amazing Readathon because I remember the cover. So it was either Neva or Crystal.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
could be either of them.
But like, why choose Beauty and the Beast romance?
Sounds
yes, please.
fantastic.
Yes, please.
I was watching Shay's vlog today, and I was like, adding to TBR,
right? Same. And also, like, apparently it's gonna get traditionally picked up. So now I kind of want to buy the physical books so that.
Now it's like, oh, do I need those covers? Because it's a beautiful cover.
It's so pretty, yeah.
It is so pretty.
In Jesse's new video, someone's unpopular bookish opinion was that they were tired of spice and smut all over their feed. What I will say to this is that your feed is what you make it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, specifically on TikTok. Like, if you are, like, you're getting romance books because you're liking videos that are romance books. You know what I mean? Same with, like, with YouTube. There are so many bookish content creators on YouTube now. You can find your niche. If you don't want romance and you just want extreme horror, I promise you there are booktubers for that.
Absolutely.
So your feed is what you make of it.
Well, even mine, because until the beginning of this year, I did not read romance. This is a new thing for me. I met people who read romance and I found good romance. And I was like, okay, this is great. Yeah. I made romance friends who were like, no, this is romance. And I fell in love. But prior to that, I was a fantasy and thriller girly. And that's mostly what my feed still is because that was who I was subscribed to for, you know.
Well, and I will say that, like, yes, like predominantly romance, like the algorithm does love romance. But that's because romance sells. Romance is a huge portion of book sales. I'm sure Crystal could actually give me like an actual number since she works in publishing. But like it's a huge chunk of the publishing world. So obviously social media is going to push that.
And also romance readers read in general, obviously this is just in general, read more books per year than a fantasy reader would typically, just because due to size of novel, speed of reading, like it's just different.
Yeah. Well, and it's easier. I don't want to, like, that sounds wrong, but it is easier to read a romance because they are kind of formulaic. That's what they're supposed to be. And so you don't have to, like, jump into a new world every time you pick up a book. Just Join will be reading Awakened by PC Cast and Kristen Cast. Very nice. I picked up their first book. I never read these as a kid or like in high school.
No, me neither.
But they're going to be at a Polycon.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
When is that? April?
End of April. Yep. 49 pages of Tastes Like Candy. Nice. 16% into Spells for Forgetting. What are you thinking of that?
Did you love this?
Did you like this one?
It's going to be one of my best books of the year. I love this book.
Okay, that's good to know because I was really considering unhauling it.
But I don't know if you would like it.
It feels like a vibes book.
To be honest, I don't know if you would like it.
It feels like a vibes book.
It is a vibes book. It is totally a vibes book.
Listen, The Night Circus is one of my favorite books of all time. That is 100% a vibes book.
It's true. I was sold when the actual island was personified. I was like, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I was sold before that, but like,
But yeah, that sounds nice.
I love it.
Finish the notes I need for tomorrow. Nice. Going to focus on reading A Stranger Upstairs next. Very nice. 404 pages, or you're on page 404. Nice. Making progress. Read 8 pages of Wretched, went from 25% to 37% of the Turn of the Key, and Mac and Cheese is done. Very productive spread. Read a few pages, did some laundry. Nice. And momming. Yep, it's important. Did nothing but scroll TikTok. You know. Sometimes we do that.
Absolutely.
Just joined reading Fireborn. I hope you love this.
Everyone's reading like my favorite books of the year.
Did you finish the series?
No, I need to. I'm currently in the middle of like 46 series. Let's not look too closely at it.
It's fine.
Everything's fine.
That's a January problem.
Everything's okay.
That's a 2024 problem.
There's a lot of them that if I read one book, I would be done. So I just need to like
make finishing series a 2023 goal.
Absolutely not. I don't even think it's a 2024 goal. Unless they work for videos or like I am so desired to finish them, then
yeah. Because here's the thing, from a content perspective, having a video where you say, I'm in the middle of 100 series does well.
True. Also, it's hard to fit sequels into videos because I can't talk about much of them.
And the videos do so poorly.
Yeah, because I can't say anything unless I make spoiler ones.
Yeah.
Which again, unless you've seen the video, you can't or read the book, you can't watch a spoiler vlog. So like
yeah, no, sequels. Because I even thought about doing, I think I might have even done it where like I did a video where it was like reading sequels or trying to catch up on series or something like that. And it does so poorly.
No, I know.
No one wants to watch that.
No.
Unless like they're an avid watcher, like, you know, you're like diehard fans.
Yeah, people watch all of your videos. Yeah.
Right. Which like they're gonna watch anything.
Which we love you all
right.
who do.
But a video where you're just going through the series that you're still in the middle of, like, and you clickbait title it like that does fantastic. Sometimes YouTube is funny.
Honestly, you just never know what's going to do well sometimes either. Sometimes I'm like, oh, this video is going to do so well. And then it doesn't.
Right.
And then the one that I just put up randomly, best video of the month. And I'm like, right on.
So that video that I did for Stuff Your Kindle Day, last Stuff Your Kindle Day, I filmed, edited, and uploaded that video in an hour. It was so quick. I did it in a hotel like room.
Mm-hmm.
Like the lighting is horrible. The video is 5 minutes long. It popped off the original time, and then right before the last Stuff Your Kindle Day, got another 1,500 views.
Amazing.
And I didn't even promote it. Like it's just
people were searching Stuff Your Kindle.
I guess.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, we're making a video every single Stuff Your Kindle Day.
Right? I mean, if that's give the people what they want.
Apparently. There's apparently a horror one happening.
I've heard there's an audiobook one happening.
Yeah, but there was only like 30 books on it.
Yeah, and I was like, that's not as exciting.
That's not stuffing anything.
No. There was more exciting when the Audible sale just happened.
Right. I don't think we got the Audible sale. I think that was just a Canada thing.
Oh, it might have been. Priest was $5 purchased. I was like, great. Lovely. It's an Audible.
Well, it's so weird because Priest is the only one that's not on script. Sinner and Saint are on script, but not Priest.
Mm-hmm. That's why when it was $5 and I knew I had to read it this month anyway, I was like,
I cannot wait for you to read that book.
Okay.
Cannot. But then just skip the second one and go to the third one.
Fair.
The second one is bad. Hello, Carly. Going to be listening to Everything the Darkness Eats. Nice. Sounds nice and spooky.
It does sound spooky.
40% in. Hello. Watching Zombieland. Also spooky. Really liking the atmosphere so far, but it's too soon to tell. It also set close to where I grew up. That's cool.
Oh, that is cool.
That's always hit or miss. For me when it's like in the city that I know.
Yeah, that's true.
There was
There's very few books set in small, like in Canada.
that's fair.
Like, and if it is, it's set in like Toronto
Right.
or something.
There's very few that are set in Utah too. Or if they are, they're set down in southern Utah, like in the like desert, like in
Right.
the national parks. But there was the Christina Lauren YA book that they wrote is set in Salt Lake City. And it bugged the crap out of me because they talked about going to a TGI Fridays in Provo. And I was like, Provo's never had a TGI Fridays. And then they said that they were going down to Salt Lake City. But Provo is south of Salt Lake City. Like Salt Lake is north. And so we say we're going up to Salt Lake City. Or we're going down to Provo.
Right.
And they kept saying it. And I was like, stop it.
Like, this is inaccurate.
I was like, this is annoying. Hello. I want to finish Masters of Death. I want to read this. I like
Libby Blake's book.
It's an Olivia Blake, and it's about like a realtor, like a vampire realtor and a medium trying to sell this haunted house.
Ooh.
And the concept sounds amazing.
That does sound
Everyone
amazing.
that I've seen review it says that the concept is better than the execution.
Well,
And I'm like, dang it, because that concept sounds so good.
wasn't Cal reading this?
I think he bought it.
Oh, that's.
Hadn't read it yet.
I was like, I feel like I saw Cal holding the book or
Yeah.
something.
The cover is so gorgeous too. The like dancing skeleton.
Mm.
Did you see where the Bramble versions of the Nyaxa series are going to have hard case art too? Oh, that's cool. I have the indie version, so they do have the art.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't really like the new cover that has the green snake. I feel like it just doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Like the blue just looks better. Hello, Rainy. Reading Belladonna, my 100th book of the year and liking it. For unknown reasons, you should probably go subscribe to Rainy.
I mean,
Like for no like specific reason or anything, but like Saturday.
just maybe wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Go over there, hit subscribe.
Yeah. Because it's going down. I don't listen.
I'm excited.
It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be so fun. Everyone's like, "What are they talking about?"
Scroll through Libby to see what new books my library is going to be getting. Apparently, we're getting the audiobook of Pucking Around. It's 25 hours. Oh my gosh. A romance does not need to be that.
Neva loves this book. And this book, when I heard the length of this 700-page romance, I went only with an audiobook will I ever. Like,
But
I
even
know
then,
I know Neva loves it, but I'll do it because Neva loves it and wants me to read it. Because that
a romance does not need to be. That's a Stephen King level of
absolutely not. No romance. No, has no right to be
no
that
business. No business.
Nope.
Yeah, that's too long. That's too long. Did you see there was a TikTok that I posted the other day that was like so it was like talking about physical books, and then it was like, oh, you mean my shelf trophies? I'm gonna finish the audiobook. And then like he goes like this and he goes, this one's 45 hours long.
I will like because pages don't necessarily tell you how long a book is.
No.
Because the font can be like the margins can change it. Like sometimes thick books are not as long as you think they are, and sometimes thin books are much longer than you're expecting.
Yeah.
So I just go off audiobook for most things. I'm like, how long is it?
Exactly.
Like
Because
that's
9
what I-
times out of 10, I am going to be listening to the audiobook.
if there's an audiobook, I am listening to it. Like there's just no other way that I am. I mean, I'm usually reading along with it if I can at some point in time with the book, but
Do spoiler clips and timestamp it. Yeah, that's also an option. Yes, just read series in their entirety. Yeah, I mean, I've done that. like as like a special vlog, and it did horribly. Like I was planning on doing that at the beginning of the year, and I started with Romance Book Club, and like that video flopped so hard, and I was like, this is too much work for this to be 10 out of 10.
I just don't like making those. For me personally, I'm not a series binger unless I really, really love a series. Like there's very few series that I'm like, oh, I want to read it. It's in it like in its entirety back to back.
Yeah.
Because usually by the end, even if I really like it, I'm like, I'm done with these people. I've read too much of them in a row.
That's fair.
I just get like, okay, I think I would have liked these books better had I spaced them out more. So,
but my problem is that like I still need to read the last Ashes of the Sun book, and it's now been a year since I read the first two. Fortunately, Django Wexler is really good about like recapping what happened, but some authors are not.
This is true.
So yeah, like we're doing The Daughter of No Worlds, like me and Shay are buddy reading that one, and like we basically did one every month.
Yeah, that's not bad.
It worked. That I feel like that's a good like way to space it out.
Yeah, I mean that's what most read-alongs do, so that makes sense.
I want to say it's like the last Friday in October. I need to find I saved the TikTok, so I was like, I can't think about a video right now. I'm gonna save this. It's like midnight.
Like for later.
This is for
me.
later. Maybe I'll read it this month.
Oh, that's for Sinner.
No, Sinner is so bad. It's so gross. Like, because you're only in his POV, and we're continually reminded that she's a virgin. It gives me the ick.
Rainey, just read Priest with me this month. We'll read it together.
Read Priest.
I have to read it because Neva's making me read it.
I think that Sierra Simone just can't write second book in a series.
That's fair. This will be my first Sierra Simone book. I haven't read it.
Because American Prince, also terrible. They role play her kidnapping and rape.
No.
Like why?
No.
And I never finished the third book in that series because after that I was like, I'm done with this.
Yeah, I would be done too. I'd be like, okay, that's the end of that for me.
Also in that book, that was the only time that I've ever read a romance. And during the smut scene was straight up like, she would get a UTI if you did that. Like, we didn't map this well.
This doesn't work. Sometimes those smut scenes are just like, you're like reading it and you're like, no.
Yeah, but like if you get in, if the smut scene is written well, like you can just get into it and you enjoy the actual reading experience. It's when it's bad that you start thinking about the mechanics of it.
And you're like, that's not possible.
Exactly.
No one bends that way.
When we were on the Chapter 3 podcast, when we were talking about, I think it was when we were talking about Cruel Seduction, because that's a poly book.
Right.
And Bethany asked the question, like, how does this work? Like, we had to like draw pictures.
You need to get out like the Barbies, like when we were kids.
I was like, I promise you, Katie Robert has those little art dolls that you can pose. Like, she has to have them.
Because it has to work with a Katie, like when that's all you're writing. Because like Katie Roberts, the plot is small. It's mostly.
Have you continued reading on in Neon Gods?
No, I haven't read Neon Gods yet. It's the only one I haven't read it. So I will.
That one, like once you book 1 and 2 are smut. Once you get to book 3, like there is a plot.
Really?
It is political.
I don't go to Katie Roberts for the plot.
No, it's smut, but like there's also like this political like courtroom drama, like one faction trying to take over the country. Like it is very political.
Ooh, that might be
the
the
last
next
book
Katie
was
Roberts
so good.
Okay, that might be the next Katie Roberts I pick up.
There's 5 out right now. The 6th one comes out in January, so you have lots of time.
Do I need to start another series?
Nope. Why not? You know?
What's one more at this point?
It's a next year problem.
Future me.
Exactly. Is it on actual Halloween? That might be it. I don't know. Like I said, it was midnight when I saw the TikTok. Yeah, geographically incorrect. And like that's the thing, like 99% of the people reading that book would not have noticed.
Right.
But it's just like one thing that's bugging me.
You're like,
oh, Monsters of Death. Interesting, but it's confusing and the paintings are pretty. Yeah, no, the what is the word called? Like of the faceplate? End pages, yes. Listen, it's been a really long day. End pages of that book, at least in the Barnes & Noble one that I saw, was gorgeous. That's like when I made Brittany read Mile High. At least there was an audiobook.
That is like a 16, 17-hour audiobook.
Why?
And a lot of times they're just shopping. They're going to the dog. They're going to see the dogs at the kennel. And I'm like, this is very day-to-day life. And it could have been, we could have cut this way down.
The only thing about romance is that you can speed it up to 3 times speed and you're not missing anything.
Oh, I did.
Like I'm reading this one right now and I had to slow it down because it's like a male narrator with a little bit of an accent and it's a wonderful book and it's beautifully written. But I'm like, slow down.
Well, the accent really
We're
doesn't.
talking about zombies and war. I need to know what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Especially in fighting scenes, you're like, oh no, I don't know what just happened.
Well, I'd skim past battle scenes. I never read battle scenes.
That's fair.
It's like a lot of
I
people
don't know what happened anyway. I'm like, can someone just tell me?
Yeah. Hello, Kay. Yeah, we're gonna be here for a bit. Keep seeing Ashes of the Sun in my bookstore. Why haven't you read it yet? I believe I specifically recommended this book to you. Some people say they get their viewership over new releases of the month. Yeah. That's why I kind of do like a mix of both. Like I read backlist and I read frontlist books.
Yeah.
There you go. You got a buddy read.
Sounds good. Let me know when you want to do it because realistically, I can do it anytime. Not next week, but after next week.
Fair. TBRs and unhauls are my favorite. I love a good unhaul. I don't know what it is about my book hauls and unhauls are the 2 most popular things on my channel. And I don't understand why people like book hauls because it's literally like, I picked up this book because it's pretty.
It's literally like, I know nothing about this.
Yeah, I know nothing about this book.
Like, I have to film a book haul tomorrow. I have it here. And like one of the books, literally, I was walking by the bookstore in the mall, not going in. I was going to be good and not go in. And then I saw a gay hockey romance out of my peripheral vision that I had not heard of. And that that's all I know about the book.
Yeah.
I know no other things. And then while I was there, I got cute because you.
Good.
And you know.
Soccer gaze.
As one does.
Rainy, can I change my favorite book to that one? Listen, she asked me for my favorite books like a month and a half ago.
I mean, they do change often.
They do change. And I had to try to find different ones from Amazing Readathon.
That was the hardest part. Well, today I had to repick because I don't know where my original went. And I don't remember what I told you. So you're just getting a whole new list. Here you go.
There you go. My best video. Yeah, my little free library one did really good too. I haven't done that one in a while.
Yeah, Little Free Library ones do well.
That's yeah. Do I need another series as a mood? It is. For Masters of Death, audiobook doesn't match the book. Oh no.
I hate when this happens. And it happens more than you think it would.
It's because book hauls let you add more books to your TBR. It is true. We do that. Because then we also think it's pretty.
Right. We're like, oh, pretty book.
What was the gay hockey romance?
That's a really good question, but it's right over here. 1 second.
You're like, because obviously I bought it.
Oh, I 100% bought it. Time to Shine.
That's so cute.
I know. And I had never seen it, and it had come out that day, and I was like, okay. I know, and I was like, how have I not heard of this?
I mean, I feel like Canada's bookshops would probably feature more hockey romances than Utah.
That would make sense, right?
We're not really into the hockey.
We're like hockey romance.
I think we have a minor league hockey team in Salt Lake, but like I don't know if they're any good.
That's the thing. We don't even have that many NHL teams.
No, but it's just Canada and hockey.
We only have like 3 in the whole country.
Yeah, but like everyone plays hockey.
Yeah, and like all of our players go to the US to play in the NHL there. We make them here and then we send them to you.
Okay. I just think it's funny that like Florida has one of the best hockey teams, or like had at least last year. And I was like, this doesn't feel like a hockey state.
No.
Yes, it does sound cute. Getting special editions of Icebreaker and Wildcat. Nice. Probably Smut Book Club. Very cool. All right. Well, shall we do another sprint?
Yes.
Because we've been talking. Okay. Well, I hit the refresh button. I thought it said it just did the ding. It's fine. I know how to sprint. Yeah,
Okay.
didn't Las Vegas weren't they in the finals, or they won, or I don't know. Listen, I don't watch hockey. I watch football.
To be honest, I'm not a good Canadian.
Like
And this is the extent of my hockey life. Right here.
I can only focus on one professional sport, and I chose football.
That's fair. I don't really watch sports, but I read a lot of sports romances now.
Right.
So it's fine.
Right. All right, let's go back to our vampire and were.
And the word. I was like, why are we doing this?
I'll see you in 45 minutes.
Okay.
Hello, welcome back.
Hello.
This book is so boring.
I have thoughts. I have thoughts. I didn't read as much in that one. I had to do bedtime, but I got to 12%.
Nice.
And you're right. It is slightly confusing at times of what timeline we're in.
It's so confusing.
Yeah.
And then like you're kind of sort of in his head, but not really. You're still in hers, but like she's not actually in that scene. It's very confusing.
Yeah.
It's not well written. But I'm at 42%.
It reads so much like a KU smut book that I just cannot even.
Yeah.
Like, it really does. And I was waiting for something to happen. I was like, because I just read Dragon Shifter Romance, and I was waiting for something to happen. I was like, man, it's like a back-to-back books.
There was literally a line that was like, even for someone who has the coordination of a platypus, i.e. me. Who says that? Who speaks that?
I do think it is fun because you definitely see the stem that she's trying to put in here. You're right. Like it's definitely in there. Like I just went through a whole genetics situation.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. We're still trying to stick to our roots here.
Something. I don't know.
You know.
Yeah. But I'm at 42%. At least it reads fast.
It does read really fast.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I've only read it for 2 sprints and I'm almost 20% in. So.
Like I should definitely hit 50% by the end of by the end of the night. I think we'll do like a 30-minute sprint to end. Because I know it's a little bit late for you.
Oh, I'm fine. Whatever you want to do is good with me. Yeah, because I'll probably get to about 20% tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I might read a little bit more tonight, like when I go to bed, but because I've been really bad about like going on TikTok at night and then I don't sleep well. Because blue light and stuff. But last night I was reading and I slept so well.
That's smart.
Yeah. So I was like, maybe I do that from now on.
I do the same thing. I'm really bad at like watching stuff into the wee hours of the morning. And I'm like,
Yeah, I'm bad about it. Hello, Margaret. Working on graphics. Wait, is it Sunday? I thought it was Saturday.
it might be Sunday.
I thought she said the 7th. JK.
Sunday makes sense because I know me and Rainey, the only days we upload on the same day is Wednesdays, and I upload on Saturdays.
Gotcha.
So that would make sense.
Maybe it is Sunday. I like for some reason I had in my head that it was the 7th. But that's fine.
Sunday's just
Sunday is also a great day.
Sunday's a great day.
I got to 15% of Belladonna. I'm excited to see these graphics. 42 more pages. Very nice. I'm in the middle of 2 vlogs. I'm in the middle of 4 vlogs right now. Question mark? I don't know. I can tell you. I'm in the middle of my 5-star prediction vlog, which this is the last book for.
Oh, nice.
Okay. And then my anticipated romance release, like arc vlog, which I'm almost done. And then I haven't started my Stuff Your Kindle vlog yet.
That's fine.
But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, like 4 actual vlogs, and then 1 that's like gonna be a vlog, but it's a more than a vlog.
Okay.
It's a choose your own adventure.
Ooh.
I'm reading 10 books for it.
Oh, that's so many. Why? The most I've ever put in a vlog is 7.
So I'm gonna it's different vlogs. So I'm gonna read half of 2 books, and then you're gonna pick the one that you think I'm gonna like more, and then like you'll get an unlisted, like it'll be an unlisted video to continue on. And so then if you pick the right one, then you continue on with the path. You pick the wrong one, then you have to go back and watch the right one.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
But it's like the editing for it is like chaotic.
I cannot even imagine. You are better than me because I could not even.
It's so much. But that's
Sounds
that's theoretically going to come out on Halloween because it's all horror books
Oh, fun.
or thriller, like thriller and horror. But they all have kind of themes. Like each pair is there's something similar about them.
Nice. That's exciting.
This is how I will read all of my books on my TBR.
That's how you get it done.
That's how I get it done.
It's fine.
Because I was like, some of these books, I'm like, how in the world am I going to make content with this? Like, these don't make any sense for a vlog. Or like, one of the like pairings is like the oldest thrillers on my TBR.
Mm-hmm.
How do you make that a vlog?
You don't.
But if you stick it in the middle of a choose your own adventure,
True. people
will continue watching.
This is true.
If it's just in one straight vlog of reading The Wife Between Us and The Chain.
There's a couple of books that I was like, there's no vlog, but I was like, maybe I can make a reel out of it, like a weekend reading vlog or something.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, like at least content of a short.
Yeah.
Content of some kind.
Hello, need to finish Project Hail Mary halfway through. That is a big chunker one. 32% into Spells for Forgetting. Loving it so far. Yay. Got to page 80 in The Stranger Upstairs. Page 294. You're getting there. You're getting there. I was about to say you're almost done, but I read it as 342 and not 432.
I mean, it's still just over 100 pages.
Yeah. It's close. But I was like, oh, you should mute us. You're 30 pages away. No. Listening to House of Hunger. Nice. That is on my TBR for this month. Yes, we are.
Yes.
Yes, we are. Maybe who's Australian? Allie Hazelwood? She's not.
No.
She's not. Even Australians don't spell vampire with a Y.
Now that you've pointed it out, I just keep thinking of it as like a fire pyre now, and I'm just like, oh, that's throwing me off every time it comes out.
I'm just reading it as like so elitist. It's like we're not like other girls. We're vampires.
Vampires. And now I really read it as were.
It's so bad.
Because if you're gonna spell it that way, I'm just gonna go and the were.
And the word. At 54%, finally got the audio, so hopefully it'll go faster. Nice. It's okay.
Oh.
Okay, so it is Sunday. That's fine. So then everybody should check out Rainy's channel on Sunday.
Still subscribe.
Still go subscribe, but like Sunday.
Mhm.
Got 50% into everything the darkness eats. It's kind of disappointing so far. Oh no. In the middle of 7 vlogs. I just had ideas for a spooky season.
Ooh.
I don't think I could do 7.
I am really trying to only work on one vlog at a time. It's not, I never successfully make these choices, but it is my goal to just work chronologically.
I mean, I kind of am, and that's why the calendar helped me so much. Because what I did is I had my content plan, and then I took my TBR and what books I needed to read for it, and then I made a due date for them, like a few days before the video goes out, so I have time to edit.
Yep.
And then I read in that order. So theoretically, like I'm in the middle of 3, but like not really.
Right. Yeah.
Because
and then I end up reading books that are not on my TBR because fun.
Because why not? I cannot do that in October. Like, it was like, it will mess everything up.
This was not a planned thing, but it does work for Smuttober. So, you know,
this is true. It's very on brand for Smuttober.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's perfect for that.
So you can put it in that vlog.
I could. That vlog is much more unhinged than this, to be honest. This is not unhinged enough for my Smuttober.
I still think you should just make it your 200th video because it's going to, like that. Any vlog with this book in it will pop off.
This is true. I could make it my 200th book.
I'm already like thinking about how I'm going to do this thumbnail because I want to make sure that this, like, I don't have a physical book of this. So I'm like, how do I make it so that it very much looks like I'm reading Bride?
Yeah.
So, it's the things you think about. I'm editing a real video. and timing myself to see how long it takes to edit.
I don't want
Nice.
to know the answers to those questions.
I thought I was really good at editing, and I was like, oh, because like last night Monday night I had like a free evening. I was like, oh, I'm gonna edit 3 videos. One.
Mhm. My 30-minute wrap up took 4 hours.
Yeah, they take way longer than you think they do.
And I went, how is that possible? Now that's also with me proof watching it. So like 30 minutes of the 4 hours was me watching it, but
Right.
still.
Some videos I can edit on 2 times speed, which is nice.
Yeah.
But then I have to like go back and watch it at 1 time speed. And then if you've been listening to yourself at 2 times speed and then you go back and listen to it at 1 time speed, you kind of want to kill yourself.
That's fair. Like, why am I talking so slowly?
Like, oh my God. And I don't talk slow. So.
Right. I just don't I hate watching it back. I hate it so much. But there's been so many times where I've messed up that I know I need to watch it back. But like, by the time you get to the point that the video's done, you've now watched the same clips so many times.
Because then you have to go back in once it's uploaded to YouTube and watch it again so that you can put the cards in the right places.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And also
That
make sure that it exported right on YouTube, because that's that's not necessarily
That one I definitely do on 2 times speed.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah. You know, I mean, I've gotten to the point where like I don't mind listening to my voice as much anymore, and I don't hate the like looking at myself. But it's been 5 years of editing videos, so
That's fair. I just feel like at this point I'm like, I know exactly what's going to be said in this vlog next. I've now seen it 6 times.
right.
And
it's not like most of the time when I'm editing, I'm like, bitch, stop talking. You talk so much.
I'm like, for my wrap up, because I did it vlog style this time, I didn't remember how I said things day after day. And I was like, you need a thesaurus. Like, you said the same word way too many times.
Well, and when I'm filming it, I kind of think about how I'm going to edit it, but then like I'll repeat myself and I'm like, stop, you already said that.
And I put the star rating at the start of my clip and at the end. So I'd be like, oh, I read this, I gave it 2 stars. And then at the end, I'd be like, and I gave it 2 stars. And like, people know it doesn't need to be there twice.
Yeah. And then I feel like sometimes in my wrap up, I get so like invested in talking about what I did or didn't like about the book that I completely forget to talk about what the book is about, which is kind of the whole point of a book review. Like, I can't remember which book it was. And I didn't figure it out until I was like at the 3-star books in my wrap up. And I was like, fuck, I didn't. Cool. Let's go back.
Let's do that again. But I'd rather that than today I had to film a clip for a book that I had no thoughts on. I might as well, I had nothing to say.
This is a book that exists and I read it.
It was literally the definition of a 3-star book. And I was just like, I have nothing to say. I have nothing to bring to this conversation.
I read the first Naomi Novik, whatever that book was called, Deadly Education.
Mhm.
I gave it 3 stars. The book was so mid that I actually forgot that I read it. And it never got reviewed. Like it was like January, and at the end of the year I was going through each thing and like picking out like best and worst and stuff like that, and then like series I had started, and I was like, wait a minute, I read this book, why did I not talk about it? The definition of a book that exists, and I think I read it.
And I might have read it.
I'm pretty sure I read it. So, you know, we all do things.
I was like, I have nothing to say.
Yeah. I was talking about the Choose Your Own Adventure. It's not my idea. I am definitely pulling a Chandler on this one. And actually, like, when she did the video, it flopped really hard. And so I'm, like, really hoping it doesn't.
Right. All that work. You're like,
Yeah, I know.
Please do well.
I was like, oh, I wanted to do something, like, unique, at least in, like, our sphere of BookTube. Like, of the people that, like, are on sprints and are, like, you know, our sphere of BookTube. no one's done this.
Mhm.
So I'm trying to be unique, but my God, is it a lot more work. But I mean, like, I've been doing it since September.
Yeah, those are the things that you have to like start way in advance.
And I made sure that all 10 had audiobooks.
That too. That too. How many times have I done my roles for book or for Timmy's TBR? Went to pick a book, went that doesn't have an audio, and put it back to find something that does. Because I'm like,
100%.
absolutely, that's not happening. No.
But my problem was that I filmed my TBR before I filmed my Unhaul project last month, and so I put a book on there. It was like my thriller horror like pick, and I was like, I have a horror on my Unhaul project, so guess what's getting swapped out? Because I'm not trying to. And the dumb one was that I had picked Divine Rivals for like a book that you're doing a project for, when this one was literally sitting on my cart. So guess which one also got swapped out?
That's fair.
Because I don't need Divine Rivals until November.
Right. That's future you.
It's a future me problem.
Mhm.
Got to 51% of Start a Fire by Jay Wolf. Nice. Watched it all the way through twice. Yeah.
Mhm.
Not counting the number of times I rewatch a clip to get the
Mhm.
that doesn't count. As a singer, I had to listen to myself way before I even started YouTube. Yeah,
That's fair.
fair. All right. What do we think? A 30-minute sprint?
I'm good with whatever.
Okay. I think my food's gonna be here because I didn't want to cook, so I ordered food today.
Smart.
And I think it should be here in like the next 5 minutes.
Oh, nice.
All right. Well, then I will see you in 30 minutes. Hello, welcome back.
Hello.
I actually ate dinner during that sprint, so I only read for like 5 minutes. So, like 1%.
Fine. I got to 18%. There is a moment that I was so confused as to what was going on and what timeline we were in. And I was
You don't have to text me. I want all of your live thoughts.
I was like, what is that?
I want your live thoughts. I really want a vlog of this now. Listen, think of the script. Well, I was going to read this really good book, or my 200th book, but then I got on Sprints with Brie, and now I'm reading this one.
I've already started that vlog. Like, I've already been like, this is going to be my 200th book. I could be like, scrap that.
Yeah, exactly. Do that. Well, or the TikTok sound. You might be wondering how I got here. And then you just like clip in the beginning of the sprint.
Yep, pretty much.
I'm just saying that would
like,
be funny.
This is what has happened.
Well, it's a book.
I mean, there are moments where I'm interested.
Yeah, same. And
Yeah.
then it does something really, really stupid.
Or the dialogue is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it takes me out of it. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
her like self monologue in her head.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Finished Masters of Death, 3 out of 5 stars. That I feel like has been like the most consistent rating of this book. Hello. Stopping in to say hi while I write in my journal planner. Nice. Hello. This was the last sprint, unfortunately. But Brittany will be on sprints tomorrow.
I will.
Right?
Yeah.
Thursday.
Yeah, I am for 7 hours tomorrow. Yep.
That's a long one.
Yeah, I'm doing a long one. It's funny actually, because today I was checking to see who was sprinting tomorrow, and I was like, oh, no one's doing daytime sprints. And then it's like, oh no, wait. I am.
I didn't realize you go for that long.
I alternate weeks. So I do 4 or 7.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Well, then you'll get lots of stuff done tomorrow. I'll be in the comments because I have to work.
But
But as we've discussed, I have a lot to read.
Right. I might be reading this. I have no idea any longer.
Nice. Through page 310. Nice. 42% into Cells for Forgetting. Got to page 121. I'm glad that everybody was so productive. 7 minutes into the first edit. Very nice. Got my journal filled in. Now I'm reading a volume of manga. A very early shift at work tomorrow, so I'll be going to bed soon. Well, good night. Also, Shay, are you working Friday night? I messaged you on Instagram, but I don't know if you saw it. Didn't read anymore, but I was trying to catch up on YouTube videos, watching while I clean. Nice.
I feel like that's so difficult to do. Like, I'll never catch up.
My thing has been you listen to an hour of audiobook and then you watch a video, and then you listen to an hour of audiobook and then you reward yourself for the video.
That's smart.
Got to page 180 of The House Guest. What is this one? I feel like this sounds familiar.
I feel like I could be totally wrong, but I feel like it's Megan Miranda.
Oh, yeah.
But I could be wrong.
Yeah. So that Michelle rated Bride 5 stars. Well, I'm not going to. I will be at the other end of that pendulum.
I don't know if I'll be as far as you. I'm too early to tell. I'm not as far through the book as you.
Have you gotten to the spatula comment yet?
No, I haven't. I have not reached the spatula yet.
Or the man who invented bone structure?
Nope, haven't made it there either. I'm probably very close to the bone structure one. I feel like I'm heading into that one.
Yeah. It's in chapter, it's like towards the end of chapter 2.
Oh no, I'm past that.
Maybe not. Maybe it was,
I don't know.
yeah. I should sprint Friday. I have no school because it's homecoming and I live in a college town. You should.
Mm-hmm.
You should. That's okay. No, I was gonna see if you wanted to do Patreon member sprints with me. we could invite your members to my Patreon sprints. That's what I was trying to find somebody to sprint with. I like to like rotate
Yeah.
Patreons. It's by Hank Philippi Ryan.
Oh, then it's not the book I was thinking it was.
I think it's the Megan Miranda is like the like a something guest.
I think it's like might be the last house guest or something.
Maybe, yeah. Okay, yay. We'll chat. We'll chat about it. Okay, well, that's it for the comments, and that's gonna be it for us tonight. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. And we'll see all of you on Brittany's Sprints tomorrow. She's linked down below if you're not subscribed to her, but like if you're not, like, what a loser. You should be subscribed to her. I'm just getting in the Mean Girls a day late because October 3rd. I was like, man, I missed that one.
You missed it.
All right. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.